Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Today we're going to talk to musical couples who have been making beautiful music together for years. First of all, with us we have Tom Reese and his wife Lori Haynes Reese. Thank you for being here. People know you as Tom and Lori. They know you as the Reese Project, all kinds of other names, the Susquehanna Trio. You guys do it all. So it seems.
It seems.
We have three cats.
And you have three cats too.
That's what I always say when people say, "Now, what exactly do you do?" And I get like, "Oh no!" So finally, well, we have three cats. Oh, really? Oh, they're adorable. There's 1 minute gone. Sorry, Diane.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you are a composer. You also are a flutist and you're a cellist as well. You work on a lot of projects and you do a lot of recordings. In fact, you have what, 20 recordings out so far?
Several, yes. We have
several.
9. This is our 9th recording with the jazz band. And then we have 2 or 3 with our classical ensemble and a Celtic band that we record.
Folk and,
2 or 3 with our duo.
And remember Lancaster Christmas that
Oh,
it was
yes.
Steve Ponce
Yeah.
put together? Mark
Ponce, yes. Mark
Very, very nice guy.
Yeah.
He did those. We were on 2 of those. One was Lancaster Christmas, and the other one was a Celtic Lancaster thing. But we're on those. We're on all kinds of records.
Well, you're with Rhombus Records now, right?
Yes.
So tell us about the new recording you have.
Rhombus Records is our new record label.
Not upside down, is it?
Yeah. Their website has a hyphen in it. It's rhombus-records.com. And we are on there. We have 3 new records that have been released with them.
Okay.
So one is a duo recording with Tom and his brother Kirk, and the other one is an older record that was very popular. It's probably our best record, except for this one.
Yeah.
And that one was called Blue Etude. So if you go to the website, you'll see all 3 of them listed there at the top. You can download it. You can download MP3s. You can listen to them before you purchase, because people like to try before they buy.
Sure, check
That
it
makes
out.
sense nowadays.
Yeah.
There's so much material. I mean,
Yeah.
and so much good music out there.
And you do so many things. Not only do you do performances for the public, private performances as well, you also do something really cool with silent films.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
We do scores, jazz scores for silent films. We treat the silent film as the third musician, if it's a duo, obviously. And we have sketches, keys, colors, and modal ideas.
Sometimes theme, if the character's really prominent, we'll have a special theme.
And we
for that
use them,
character.
and then when we watch the film, for example, we did Metropolis, which is grueling, it's 2 hours, at the Star, with a good attendance, ironically, 2 weeks ago. And every single section has a key and a specific color or idea and motion. And we take that, we take the idea. Well, one line is ba da 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 dee da da dee da. Just that's all it is, and we use that, and we use it in variation for different
Kind of like
characters.
Beethoven took a really small segment and reworked it a number of
And
ways.
so what people
Not
get
that we're
to
comparing
do,
ourselves.
people get to see the film and hear the score live, and it's just exciting. And it shows, and to me, for me, it pays homage to the film, not to us. We are the subordinate characters. We're producing the oral sound. They are those films are all, those people are all gone. They're all buried, hopefully. And except for
films that cost us.
Nosferatu, he's still around. But I find it an honor to watch those films. I was a fan of silent film when I went to college and studied composition. I was a great fan of silent films. And the college every week on Tuesday nights had silent film night, and I always went to it with 8 other people. You know, sadly, but in those days in the 70s,
Yeah, right.
early 70s.
Well, what's interesting about what you do jazz, you also do Celtic, you do classical. You've got a lot of different elements involved in what you do, and you also teach too, right, Laura?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
This Saturday we did, past Saturday we did, on October 1st, a Celtic Fever jam session at the pub Donegal in Mount Joy. Great place. And now that's going to be a monthly thing starting in December.
Celtic Fever.
And that was just straight ahead fiddle tunes. We had a fiddle player who's also our veterinarian, Ben Zimmerman,
Okay.
playing fiddle with us, and they loved it. But it fit Mount Joy and it fit Pub Donegal because Celtic music is, and Celtic people founded that town in the 1700s. So That's
Yeah.
exciting to me.
This
is
whole
exciting.
area of Pennsylvania
Oh,
is
it's
a
so
large
exciting.
Celtic
And
background.
Wednesday nights, every Wednesday night through the end of the year, we play in Mount Joy at the watering trough
Okay.
from 6:30 to 9:30 for dining. You were there, Diane. You and
Yes.
Tom were there. Such nice people.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful that they're supporting live music.
Yeah.
Harry and Sonia will agree with that.
Yeah.
You want people to want you there.
Right.
And
right.
We've been blessed with that. They called us. That's the simple way.
Okay,
They
well,
called
that's
us.
very good.
I didn't call them. If I would have called them, it would have been a different story. So
Okay, let's talk briefly about this project that's near and dear to your heart. It's coming up on, what, November 25th and 26th?
Yes.
What is this, Tom?
It's the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. That's when it.
Okay. And this
We-
is called?
The Season Through the Ages.
Okay.
And since we are limited, and I tend to be long-winded,
It's at the Star Center. Starts at 8.
Okay.
in Lancaster City,
Thank you, Lori.
it's a beautiful, beautiful theater. It's the Theater of the Seventh Sister, and it's just beautiful, beautiful theater.
Okay.
But anyways, it is Christmas music chronologically following with Lancaster news events.
Okay.
One example is Sheep May Safely Graze, which is actually Bach. It's not a standard sing-along, although it is Christmassy in its own way. Was written around the same time that Route 30 was paved in the late 1700s, and Route 30 was the first paved highway in America. And there are many others. I don't want to give too many of them away. But they're all good things. They aren't paralleling horrible things.
And
They're
we're
paralleling
including a short version of A Christmas Carol, the silent film.
11-minute with score.
Yeah, and
Oh,
we're going to
that's
accompany
great.
that.
Yeah,
That's great.
we're going to do that because Gary the theater has video potential. Well, of course we did Metropolis there, so we have to. So we're going to have that as part of the program. We're hoping Gary will narrate it kind of as a Scrooge, but he's scratching his head on that a little bit.
And Gary, that you're speaking about
Gary
is with,
Smith.
is with Theater of the Seventh Sister.
He's the founder
Okay.
of, and a great guy.
Yeah.
I love him dearly. He's done a lot for the creative arts.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gary.
Yes.
And you, thank you for the creative arts. And Harry and Sonia, thank them for the creative arts, because jazz is the creative arts.
Yeah. Well, you've been making beautiful music together for over 20 years. It's been a wonderful life doing this and creating and evolving, hasn't it?
It's been a joy beyond words.
It has its moments.
Yes, it has its moments.
Good ones and then the other
That's
ones.
a great question, Diane. I'm a jazz musician,
Right.
and she's a classical musician. So we did have a little bit of oil and water early on, because Kirk's in working with my brother, who's just brilliant. We'd call Somewhere Over the Rainbow and then play Tenderly instead. And she'd be looking for
I
a
hadn't
chart.
memorized anything at that point.
So she'd find it and then found out it was Tenderly. Then we'd go back, and about then we'd go to the bridges.
Yeah.
Because that's what jazz musicians
Right,
are like. You
right.
got to be creative. But she learned really quickly, after she didn't like me for a while, she learned really quickly how much fun that can be. you know.
Well, she was also good for you, too.
Absolutely. She did
yeah.
me the world of good by teaching me discipline, written discipline.
Okay.
I was very disciplined all my
Qualified
life.
us, yes.
My mom
Right.
used to tell me, Tommy, why are you so serious all the time about it? But I was always disciplined with music. I believe in the literature, and I believe it's important.
Yes.
But she taught me about reading and time and tuning and all those things that are also very important.
Yes.
And now I'm okay
Good.
as a classical player.
Good.
I can read simple things and learn difficult things.
Yeah.
I can't say here's a good story. I'm sorry.
Well,
But this is it's a real short story.
Okay, real quick.
Because it's about her. We were playing this Celtic thing, and she was playing Irish Washerwoman. And I sat that one out while the fiddle player and her played it. And a lady sitting at the table said, "My God, she really knows that tune." And I said, "She doesn't know it at all. She's sight reading it on cello."
Wow.
Yes, in the right key.
And that's an example of her level.
Yeah.
I could have never. Now I know it, but I could have never sight read it.
one thing I think we found out, you can go on and on about each other and what you do, and you do it really well, and I enjoy watching you both perform. What we're going to do is let the audience watch. Here's one of the songs you're going to hear in Seasons Through the Ages. Check this out.